October 22, we talk about forward-facing sonar like the Garmin LiveScope that I use. We talk about the forward-facing sonar being great for seeing fish, but it is a tremendous tool in shallow water as well. Can you tell me why that is? Good morning, guys and girls. Good morning, October 22. October 22, Oklahoma has had the most fantastic fall that you can ever imagine. A little bit of cold weather, but so many beautiful, beautiful days. October 22, reading from the book of Psalm, reading from a Catch a Better Life book. You can get the Catch a Better Life book at jimmyhouston.com. You can be in Barnes & Noble, Bass Pro Shop, Hobby Lobby, just about anywhere, Books A Million, just about anywhere books are sold. It's got a scripture for every single day. It's got a devotional built around fishing, and I haven't read today's devotional yet. I wrote this book, and you can get your own copy, like I said, at jimmyhouston.com. Follow along with us. We read the post these every morning at 5 o'clock Central Time. We don't read them live. It's dark at 5 o'clock Central Time. Dark everywhere, I guess, at 5 o'clock in the morning. But we post them at 5 o'clock in the morning, 365 days a year. You get involved in this channel on YouTube, Jimmy Houston. It's called Catch a Better Life. Catch a Better Life. Right there it is. Catch a Better Life. You get on that channel and subscribe to that channel. It will absolutely change your life for the better. I promise you. October 22, Psalm 8:5 said, "You have made man a little lower than the angels, and you have crowned him with glory and with honor." Glory and honor. We all want to be honored. We want to be honored by God mostly, not necessarily honored by men, but honored by God. And we want God's glory. We want God's glory. God has crowned us. We have a crown. I have my crown right now. It's thinning hair, but we're crowned with glory and honor. Here's what I wrote about that. And like I said, I haven't read this morning, so we'll see what it says. It's difficult to attain a big name in professional bass fishing. It's getting more difficult all the time, as a matter of fact. How do guys like Hank Parker, my buddy Hank Parker, what a great professional fisherman, Roland Martin, Bill Nance, how about Ricky Clunn? Ricky Clunn, I think, is about to start his 50th year fishing BASS. Or Kevin Van Dam, just retired from professional bass fishing. One time when I'd fished about 40 years in professional bass fishing, I fished 54 years before I hung it up. Kevin told me, "You don't have to worry about me breaking that record." And I said, Ricky Clunn will probably fish long until he dies. If that's 100, that's probably what he'll do. Kevin Van Dam. How did these guys become household names to almost any fisherman in the country? Whether you follow tournaments or not, whether you watch outdoor fishing shows on television, you probably heard of Hank Parker, Roland Martin, Bill Nance, Ricky Clunn, Kevin Van Dam. Sure, they are extraordinary fishermen with extraordinary talents and skills. They're amazing. I've fished with them all. They are amazing. Sure, they win and they do well very, very often. But they also have taken those God-given talents. This is the most important thing right there. God-given talents that God has given them, and they moved them to the max. They moved them to the max. God gave talents to people that I've just mentioned to you, Ricky Clunn, Roland Martin, Hank Parker, Bill Nance, Kevin. Gave them God-given talents that he didn't give every fisherman out there. There's no doubt. I didn't mention my beautiful wife, Chris, in here, but Chris won 7 Bass and Gal Angler of the Year titles, won 3 or 4 Bass and Gal Classics, won more tournaments than anybody ever won in the history of Bass and Gal. Bass and Gal was only around 21 years, but she was the only woman to ever fish every single tournament they had and qualify for all 21 Bass and Gal Classics. Probably won 20 or 25 boats during all that. We don't even know. She doesn't even know how many tournaments she won. Never looked back and figured that up. I talked to her a lot about that right now, and with her mind not quite as good as it was because of that stroke, destroying a major portion of her brain. She still remembers all of that. She still enjoys the fact that she was such a dominant tournament fisherman. But these guys that we're talking about, these girls, there's several girls out there that are extremely good too. They've added a sparkle. They've added a flair that makes them magnetic. Hank Parker is a magnetic individual. Bill Nance is a magnetic individual. All of these people I'm talking about here. They set themselves apart from the field and they become exceptional. Exceptional. These are exceptional men, exceptional women. We start talking, add the girls in there too. They are exceptional. They're not just really, really good. They're not talented. They don't just work hard. They do a lot of things that a lot of other people do just as hard, but they become exceptional individuals. Angels. God has made us a little lower than angels. Angels, can I tell you, are awesome. They're awesome. They're mighty beings able to slay thousands. That's how powerful they are. You think you're a big, strong, tough man? You ain't close to an angel. You're made a little lower than the angels. God made you and me just a little bit lower, though, than these incredible, awesome creatures that God created called angels. And here's something else. He gave us glory. He gave us honor. He gave us talents. He gave us abilities, and he gave us gifts that allow us, each one of us, every one of us, to become exceptional in life. You might not ever attain a name like I've mentioned here in this devotional this morning, but God has given you the talents, the abilities to become an exceptional person at whatever. You will be exceptional at many things that I can't even do, can't even think about doing. Many of them I hadn't even tried. And if I tried them, I could work another 20 years and wouldn't be able to do them anywhere near as you are able to do them. God doesn't give us all the same talents, but he's given each of us exceptional talents that will allow us to become exceptional. Here's the deal. Let's go out there and take them to the max, just like these fishermen I'm talking about. Let's take them to the max, and let's become exceptional. Here's our tip for today. Forward-looking sonar is needed to spot rocks and stumps out in front of your boat. This is where it becomes a tremendous tool to use in shallow water. We think about looking out in the middle of the water, looking under boat docks, doing things where we can actually see fish, which we can. We want to look out there where we can see our bait coming through the water, which we can. We can tell exactly how deep our crankbait is running. We can change and tie that crankbait on lighter line and watch it run a little deeper. We can tie it on heavier line and watch it run a little shallower. All of that stuff is real important. But we can watch it in shallow water, up fishing 2, 3, 4 foot of water, and be scanning out in front of us and see a stump over there that we can't see with our eyes. Even with good Jimmy Houston polarized glasses on, we can see that stump and pitch our lure over around it. We might not see a bass on that stump, might be back behind it. We might not be able to see. We might be in there glued so tight, it just looks like a piece of that stump. We can pitch our bait over there, just like if we saw it with our eyes. So forward-facing sonar, an outstanding tool, even in shallow water. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. And remember,